Hello, everybody. I just saw this movie called The Unholy, and it was fucking terrible. Now, this is one of those films that you watch, and it's just so fucking obvious that they think everyone watching is a complete and total fucking retard. There's a deaf girl in this movie, and they use sign language to communicate with her at multiple points. But instead of just putting like subtitles, they'll have the characters say exactly what they're motioning with like their hands out loud, what it means, instead of just doing subtitles, because it thinks people are too fucking lazy and too fucking stupid to read subtitles. Thanks, Sony, you fucking assholes. This whole movie's sole purpose is just to sell Sony's fucking stupid cameras. Multiple points throughout the movie, they just show these Sony cameras. Like, ooh, look at that camera. That looks really nice. Look at that nice 4K image from this Sony camera. Don't you want to buy a Sony camera? It was all just a scam, so that way they could promote their products and also get some money out of the movie. So there you go. Any moment in the movie that could have been considered scary or have some form of interpretation is just completely stripped away by either someone talking or them showing exactly what is happening. You know, a big part of a horror movie is the unknown. You know, it's not knowing and having build up to the thing that you're supposed to be scared of. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a horror movie before, but that's typically how it works. Literally, there are parts where characters will describe the way something looks, but it's so pointless because we as an audience have already seen what it looks like. This is one of the most boring movies I've seen in a while, too. I can't remember a single film aside from this where I actually almost fell asleep in the theater. It was that fucking bad. If it wasn't for the fact that there was so much shit constantly happening that just straight up pissed me off, I would have probably passed the fuck out. I don't understand people who can go into movies like this and say that they enjoy them, especially when they're so fucking demeaning. To me, you basically have to be a fucking toddler in order to like this movie, because if you do, you're basically coming out and saying you're okay with Sony essentially treating you like a fucking infant. The cinematography was very on special, the lighting was standard, even though in some scenes it was kind of fucking bad. They had these shitty ass fucking jump scares every like few minutes where something just went BUDDUN! It seems to me most people seem to think jump scares are what real horror is nowadays, which is just fucking annoying. Now, horror movies have never been good. I'm not the type of person that goes on and says, yeah, horror movies were way better back in this time, because truth be told, they've always been kinda shit. That being said, there was a clear difference between horror movies in the 80s. At the very least, when you had a terrible movie in like the 80s or 90s, it would more or less be funny. Nowadays, it's just fucking annoying. Instead of laughing at, say, some guy getting their fucking head punched off, I'm getting annoyed by my ears constantly being violated. There are like shitty little dream sequences that serve no purpose other than to get cheap scares, but they don't work. The acting wasn't really all that bad. The editing was truly awful. There were points of the movie where I felt like this was a college student's fucking project. That's how bad the editing could be. I was constantly cringing at some of the decisions they made for like cuts and shit. It was just so dumb. Not to mention the special effects. Oh my god. Are they awful? There's a really fucking funny bit involving what they consider to be the Virgin Mary, where basically the deaf girl can like talk to the Virgin Mary and she like sees her, and they show her face, and it is the single funniest thing I've ever seen. The way they depicted the Virgin Mary in this movie, they made her basically just look like the Teletubbies' son. It was really fucking funny, and I laughed out loud. And I was proud to do it, because that shit was funny. So anyways, yeah, that's basically the movie. I know I didn't really talk about the plot or anything, but Meh. If your fetish is being treated like a child, then prepare to have the greatest nut of your life. However, if you're a normal human being who doesn't like being treated like a fucking moron, then you will not like this movie. This was fucking terrible. 1 out of 10. I hated it. By the way, in case you're wondering why there's no trailer footage this time around, it's because Sony or Dixon will strike my ass down. And I'm not really okay with that! Please, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Goodbye.